Good morning to our dear panelists. I am Jenny V. Camede.
And I'm Dara Cristonsina.
And I'm Richmond Gloria.
Are with me today to present our research proposal titled Opportunities, Challenges, and Motivation, a Phenomenology Study about the Lived Experience of Select Tricycle Driver in Poblacion, Barangay Surigao del Sur. Are dubbed the unsung heroes of the road, the kings of the wheels, the knights of the highway. Bus driver, sweet lover, a short, cheesy line that makes known as a road's Casanova. The nicest sweet talker, generous people, and someone who will ensure the passenger's safety. However, behind the most adorable smile on their lips is underlying reason for their every sweet and hard work. Motorized tricycles, or simply known as tricycles, the most popular means of public transportation in small towns and cities in the Philippines. The driver of the transportation vehicle is known as a tricycle driver. The tricycle driver who carry the passengers to their desired destination for small fee, but having such work is a risk to driver's wife because it can cause a lot of disease caused by air pollution and other factors that can affect the life of a driver. Every driver wants to sustain and provide the needs of the families, but what are their technique and solution to pass all the challenges in everyday life? The life of tricycle driver is an important topic to discuss, and it affects the individuals and society. As a whole, tricycle driver play a crucial role in transportation and logistics, and their life can be impacted by various such as road safety, long working hours, stress, and fatigue. It is essential to understand the challenges and face well-being and safety on roads. The life of a tricycle driver is very dangerous and uncertain, but they help us in many ways. They are the honest in performing their duties and can be relied upon as well. They have to bear the hot and warm winds during the summer season while face the chilling cold in the winter. They do not get any respite even the rainy season as they get drenched, a timer, and the other times they have to drive. With the increasing numbers of circumstances that tricycle drivers have encountered which affect their daily living, the researchers attempt to answer the following question. First, what is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, and experience? Second, what is the effect of traffic to drivers? Third, what are the other issues that they've encountered? Fourth, how risky to drive motorcycles, even drivers facing health problems due to exposed to environment. 5. How do they support their living as a tricycle driver if difficulties comes in? The significance of the study. This study will help out to find out what are the strategical solutions that the tricycle drivers will do the circumstances that they have to encounter in their daily trip.
Scope and the limitation of the study. This study aims to know how the tricycle drivers in Poblacion, Barangay Surigao del Sur survive and support their family needs despite of all the challenges and struggle they will encounter in daily life. This study will be conducted at Poblacion, Barangay Surigao del Sur. Those tricycle drivers that are registered in the specific area only. These tricycle drivers that are not registered on that area, also known as Colorong, are not included on the study. Anchored theory. Job demands resources GDR model. This model suggests job demands. Example, long working hours, heavy traffic, tight deadlines, and job resources. Example, social support autonomy, feedback, can influence employee well-being and job satisfaction. You can use this model to explore how the demands and resources of driving affect drivers' mental and physical health. Social exchange theory. This theory suggests that social behavior is an exchange process. The individuals are motivated by the rewards and costs of their interactions. You can use this theory to examine the relationship between drivers and employers, passengers, and other drivers, and how this relationship affects drivers' job satisfaction and performance. Rational choice theory. This theory suggests that individuals make decisions by weighing the costs and benefits of different options. You can use this theory to explore how drivers make decisions about their routes, fares, and work hours, and how these decisions affect their income and job satisfaction.
In related literature, aging healthcare practices in the United States, based on the study of Langford et al. 2008, as the older people remain healthier for longer, driving will undoubtedly continue to play a major role in their ability to stay mobile, independent, and engaged in their community. Hence, there is need to better understand and delineate the changes that occur in the attitudes and perceptions of older drivers as they continue to age. This is especially true because older adults are sometimes perceived being unsafe presence on our roads. Related studies, the impact of long commutes on well-being, a prospective analysis of road rage and health by Franson E.I. Tequila, K. Nyberg, S.T. L.L. 2000. This study investigated the impact of long commutes on the well-being of a driver. It utilized data from large-scale longitudinal cohort study and examined the association between commute time, road rage, and health outcomes. The research aimed to understand the potential negative effects of lengthy commutes on psychological well-being and physical health. Conceptual framework. We use the IPO model, which is the input, process, and output. First, in the input, selected profile variable of tricycle driver, age, length of driving, number in children in school, civil status, educational attainment, schedule of driving. In process, data gathering, survey questions, data interpretations. Output, healthcare practices of tricycle drivers, challenges and hindrances of tricycle drivers.
Method of research. This is a quantitative research which uses a phenomenological research designed to identify and study a phenomenon or experience from the perspective of how it is perceived by the participants in a situation. Sampling method. The sampling procedures used in this study included purposeful sampling strategy. Purposeful sampling was used to select information on rich cases for the study from which the researchers can learn a great deal about issues central to the study of Peyton year 2000. According to Peyton year 2000, there are values of strategies on purposefully selecting information in rich cases. For this study, criterion sampling strategy was used. Criterion sampling ensured that participants included in the study had to make predetermined standards. The criterion used in selecting participating drivers was their experience of driving motorized tricycles. Data gathering. The researcher asked permission from the office of the assistant school head in senior high school department before seeking approval to the school principal of Barbu National High School. After the endorsement, the researcher coordinated with a local government unit which is the LGU. Afterwards, the researcher asked the tricycle drivers and will conduct an interview and observations through driver observation from qualitative components of study. The researchers keep confidentiality and privacy of the participants in the present study by using codes in the checklist and instead of their information during the transcription and analysis of the interview and observation.
Now, may I request my co-researcher to come in front with me for the questions.
For question number 1, what is the relevance of your research study to the students of this generation?
The students allows for a broader educational experience whereby students are able to explore the effects of applying both process through study and testing. Students are able to use the experience to see the practical application of their classroom experience represented in a research project.
Question number 2, what is your contribution or participation of the conduct of your research study?
Being a leader of this group, I have a big contribution and participation during conducting of this research study. 90% of our research paper is I'm the one exerted to complete this paperwork. Doing this research study is not easy, especially it is my first time to have a subject on research. But I am thankful because I learned a lot on this subject and God never abandoned me, especially in times of difficulty.
Question number 3, what is your research problem or gap that you want to explore or investigate through your research study?
The gap that I want to explore, understanding the impact of long hours, isolation, and stress in driver mental health and overall well-being.
Question number 4, what do you think is the impact of your research study to the people, the school, or the community as a whole?
Our research studies is all about life for diverse. Can have various impacts on people, school, and communities, which is number 1, awareness. This study can create awareness among people about the challenges faced by drivers in their daily lives. Number 2, policy changes. The study can provide insight into the policy changes that are needed to improve in working conditions of the drivers. Number 3, better training. The research study can help in identifying gaps in training of drivers. Number 4, the economic impact. The research study can highlight economic impact of drivers' profession on the community. This can lead to the development of policies that support of road and transportation industry and enable drivers to earn a decent living.
For question number 5, what are the problems you have met in terms of group collaboration or participation of each member of the group?
The problems I have met in terms of group collaboration, first is lack of communication. Second is lack of cooperation and participation. This problem is not easy, especially each of us don't know each other. This group collaboration makes me realize that make your steps even though your group didn't support you. But I am thankful because of this problem. It makes me strong and independent.
For question number 6, what is your motivation and reasons to conduct the study?
The joy I derive from curiosity and drive to solve issues simply. I believe that I should use in adding something positive to the world. It motivates me to identify problems or to find answers to uncertainties. I conduct this study because aside from my curiosity, I want to understand a phenomenon, situation, or behavior under the study. Also, I want to gain new knowledge and to expand my learning. The main purpose why I conduct this is I want to find out about the truths regarding the opportunities, challenges,